look the devil square in his face. Been a brother, a rebel, been scared and been brave. I do all I can to try and get home, but I can't make a promise on what I don't know.
Go for a walk. Ready for a walk? Cold? Yeah, I know what you mean. All right, let's do our routine first. All right, we got 100%. We're not charging from the sun yet. Still drawing a few hundred watts here. Another bright sunny morning. Oh. Hey, good morning, everybody. Morning for me. Ellie's doing her morning yoga routine. Well, I set out the little street lights here. We put them out at night. I didn't get a chance to put poles up before winter, and they have solar charging on the back. They work really well, and I look forward to getting them up. But for right now, I just kind of put them out for the day when we're gonna get a nice sunny day. They'll fully charge. I do have one up on the post over here next to the Starlink, and that one works pretty well. I actually had 4 of them, and unfortunately one of them got crushed by a piece of equipment. At any rate, check some propane level here. I checked early this morning when I came out around 2 and 45, so we went down 5%. And as you can see, we got a nice sunny day coming up. It's I think around just after 8 o'clock, and I did want to show you one thing over here while I take a walk. I've got a temperature sensor over here, and that's one of the temperature sensors that I'm reading right now for the cold. And the reason I'm showing you that, I'll discuss in a minute. But I want to show you where I'm putting them. I got that one under the nose of the RV. So it's probably a couple feet off the ground, and it's not sheltered by any means other than from the extreme rain or snow that would come down. It's out of that, but it's definitely outside in the cold. And that's monitor number 1. It's part of a outdoor or the remote sensor system. I came out this morning. This one I had inside, but I put it out this morning, and I put it over here, and I'll show you what. It's right there. That's number 3. And this one we're out by into the road here. So we are quite a distance from the RV over here. So that sensor is over there, and then we have the personal weather station, which is over there, which I'll take you to right now. All right. There's a reason for all that. Sorry about the bouncing around here. I'll show you while I'm walking and talking. So yeah, last night we did the same routine, got the generator going, and I put it on. It's got an eco mode, so once it gets to 100%, it kind of goes down to an idle, and basically all it does is keep enough, whatever current or wattage the RV is using, that's what it is replacing basically. And so what I do is I just left it running the second night in a row. I left it running all night. It's gonna get loud here. I'm just gonna turn this around and go turn it off. the little plastic cover over the on-off button is so cold, it's hard to press. All right, one more thing I got to do. I got to put my gloves on. Oh my goodness, yeah. It's a cold one. My tripod's not working too good. Ellie's waiting to go for a walk. And I'm trying to keep my fingers warm. So right now I think it's around 16, 17 degrees. I took the video pictures beginning of this video showing you the temperature of two sensors, actually three. The two sensors I just showed you, one under the RV and the other one up by the road. And the other one is the personal weather station. This is an Accurate 5-in-1 weather station. If anybody's interested, I can leave a link down below. And basically, I got this one here, and it's Wi-Fi back to the RV. And I installed this one according to the instructions of the Weather Underground, because this is live on the internet right now. You can go look at it, and it will give you all the information that it's collecting as far as wind and cold and whatnot. So it is about 7 feet off the ground, and like I said, away from buildings and open to the area, whatnot. So I just wanted to cover that, because yesterday in the video I discussed that I jokingly said we were the coldest in the state, and well, I didn't. A buddy of mine texted me and said, "Hey, you're the coldest." And I said, "Oh, yeah, I didn't know that." That was kind of a joke thing. I didn't really believe it, and I'm not sure it was. I was just saying we were having some fun with it. But it got me to thinking yesterday about the accuracy of that, because I know there's some other personal weather stations in the area that, when I say in the area, within easy a 5-mile radius. There's one up on the mountain not too far from me, higher elevation, and another one further down. But they're all over the place. And Weather Underground, you can go into your own area and see everybody's weather station. That's if people have one in that they're on the system with and uploading their information. So at any rate, that is probably the most accurate. I mean, I could spend more money on, but they recommend certain ones for their network. I'm getting frost here, having had this problem since high school. I shouldn't say that, it's been cold before. More recent. At any rate, so it got me to thinking about the accuracy and why I was getting the coldest temperatures around. So I experimented a little bit. I had an extra sensor that was inside I was using, and I use them to monitor temperatures underneath the RV, outside, inside. Really helps me. I can monitor if it's getting cold underneath. I keep switching hands because I'm trying to keep warm. And if I see it's getting cold, well, the diesel heater runs all night anyway, and that keeps it above freezing, and that's my secret sauce, I guess you'd say. That along with the insulation and the furnace running in the camper or in the RV, that helps keep the midsection all warm. So the combination of everything's working great so far. I mean, at temperatures that we're recording, which last night were down to negative 23. Whew. So it hit 21 below at about 2 o'clock when I got up. And then early this morning, as I mentioned, I just leave the generator running because I'm afraid it won't start when it gets super cold like this. It really struggles. Like last night, I struggled a little bit to get it going. It took a few attempts, let's just say that. So, at any rate, I figured, well, I'll just leave it running. That way I won't have to get up in the middle of the night and try to get it started sub-zero. So that works out great last couple nights. As you saw, I just shut it off. It's going to be a nice sunny day. And yesterday, everything charged up to 100%. That's how nice it's getting as far as the sunrise. It takes very little, and the two panels I'm using are only 200 watt Renogy, I think they were, panels. And so I got 400 watts collecting, and I'm pretty much maxing out. Like right now, it's not probably doing anything. The sun's not up enough, but during the day, once the sun hits the windows, starts warming up the inside. The furnace runs less, which draws less power. And then the sun takes over basically and charges the whole unit up, which is nice. I have been having an issue with the Blue Eddy. I'm in communication with the company right now to see if we can resolve some issues. Nothing as far as the functionality, I should say the battery operation part, just the screen on it went out, so I can't get any information on it. I was trying to figure out why it kept booting everything off when I turned it off, which I just unplugged it. Yesterday when I unplugged it, everything stayed on. I didn't check it just now. I should have. I'll check it in a minute when I get back. But back to the temperature. The two different sensors, the personal weather station, the Accurite, and the other one, which is I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but they're always within a couple degrees of each other. I can understand the one that's underneath the RV being maybe a little closer to a heat source, so that one might be vary a degree or so, but for the most part, they're within a couple degrees of each other. So then I took another sensor, put it up as you saw by the road, figuring, well, let's get away from where we are in that little area and see if it reads differently. And I just did it early this morning, so it's going to be hard to we call that a good test, but my initial observation is that that one definitely reads a few degrees warmer than the other one and the personal weather station, the Accurite. So I'm going to leave it out, and we're going to continue to monitor it, mainly for my own curiosity. I just want to see how accurate it is and the difference between the two. What do you got? What is it? You can go get it. So anyway, just interesting. My own, I guess might be that I don't know if the fact that we're so close to so much ice, basically sitting on a bunch of ice, right? We're around where we are and where the personal weather station is, and so I don't know if maybe that accumulated ice is affecting the temperature. I think it might. Obviously, that other one I just put out is on a rock, big rock. So that's probably not the most accurate sensor way to put it out there either, but I'm not looking for that much accuracy. I'm just trying to ballpark some weather temperatures so I can deal with them here on the homestead. And it's helpful to know when it's the difference between 10 degrees and 10 below, or even 10 below and 15 below. But at any rate, as far as temperatures go, just looking ahead at the calendar and the weather forecast, I'm hoping this is the worst of it. Looks like we may have. And for me personally, when I've been in colder temperatures, but obviously not RV camping. So I'll show you this nice sunrise. Waiting for Ellie to come running up behind me. She usually does. Oh. Oh, see? She follows me in the woods. Sneaky little brat. At any rate, what is that? All right. So, just an interesting little topic for me to discuss this morning. Brenda had to leave early again this morning, so I was out getting the vehicle started. That thing didn't sound like it wanted to start at all, but it started up. So we're gonna have another cold one, and like I said before, hoping maybe we've hit lows. And if for me personally, when I know I can handle a certain low like this, it gives me some kind of comfort to know that this is what it takes, and I know what's involved, and I can handle it. We can handle it. So obviously the big concern being the RV is the biggest issue. It's just making sure nothing malfunctions on that, and that we can keep things unfrozen, I should say, so the water doesn't freeze and whatnot. Our little culvert here, of course, it's frozen over real well right now. Culvert, I should say, our little ditch that we dug a couple days ago. Haven't had a chance to use the excavator in a couple days, which we kind of figured might happen with this cold weather, but we accomplished what we wanted to by getting this done, and I hopefully will have a little more time to work on things before I have to return it. And we know that our new generator, I got notification this morning, has been shipped, and that's looking forward to that coming. And shake. And shake. Good girl. Ellie's shedding. She wants to go in. I want to go in. Get another hot coffee. Get the day going again, and we'll catch you. I'll try to get this video out this morning. Do another one later today. Keep updated on what's going on here in the homestead. Want to go in? Why, are you cold? I don't know why she's cold. It's only 17 degrees below zero. Have a good one, folks.
I'll keep praying to heaven and fighting like hell.